Through 8 weeks, the Cowboys have the most offensive yards per game in the league. On the defensive side, Dallas also ranks in the top 10 for yards allowed per game. The Cowboys are only one of 3 teams who are in the top 10 in both categories. And we're now joined by Fox Sports NFL analyst Mark Schelereth.
Good morning.
Mark,
Yes.
what do all those numbers tell you?
Well, the numbers tell me that they're built the right way. The Cowboys have built themselves the right way, and that means control the line of scrimmage. They have been built from the inside out. You control line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball in this league, and you're going to win a lot of football games, regardless who you have on the outside, regardless who your running backs are, regardless who your quarterback is. If you build it that way, you'll win a lot of football games. And the case in point, you look at the way the league is trending right now. Look at the teams that can run the ball. Look at the teams that control the line of scrimmage. You show me a team that controls the line of scrimmage in this league right now, and I'll show you a team that's going to win a lot of football games. Do you know, this goes back to Shannon and I's day. Shannon and I, we would get into base. And the majority of what we would play is base, which was two backs.
Two backs, one tight end.
Two backs, one tight ends, right?
Okay.
So you've got a running back, you got a fullback, and you've got 2 wide receivers and a tight end. Do you know the 3 teams that play the most base in the National Football League? The 3 teams. 2 of them are undefeated, 1 of them 6-2.
Oh,
New England Patriots, San Francisco 49ers, and the Minnesota Vikings.
yes.
You control the line of scrimmage in this league. You invest there. You build your team that way. You're going to win a lot of football games.
Although New England doesn't play base that much.
Well, they have to
They
now
have-
because of Ben Watson.
No, but they
They're-
lost
they're-
James Devlin, who was their
Right, but they play a lot. They play a lot of 2 backs, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
So, but they get into those. That's their personnel
formation.
groupings, and so bottom line though, again, you find a way to control the line of scrimmage, and get this now. It's not just about building a bigger, thicker, stronger offensive line. It's about your play caller and understanding how to protect those guys up front so you can control the line of scrimmage. So that's how I look at the Cowboys. I say they're built the right way in my mind to be a championship contender.
Aha.
Yeah.
So your answer to that is what,
Plus, when
Mr.
you-
Bronco?
When you can run the football, what does Kirk Cousins do a great job of? Play action.
Yeah.
What does Dak do a great job of? Play action.
What does any quarterback do a great job?
Exactly.
Seriously.
But see, that opens up windows.
I know.
So now you have wider windows. You don't have guys throw. Because there are very few guys that can consistently throw the ball into the keyhole. One of them up in Lambeau. There's one in Kansas City. They got one in New England. He can't do it as consistent as he once could. But your guy.
The guy in Lambeau who overthrew
No,
the tight end
don't
by
touch it.
10
Don't do
yards
that.
for a
Don't.
touchdown? Wow.
Okay.
I don't know what.
There are 3 teams. Points scored, points allowed. Now, one of those teams 7-0. That's the 49ers. The Vikings are 6-2. Why are the Cowboys 4-3? I just need to know that, Skip.
Underachieved.
What it is. Because you tell me your quarterback is number 1. Now, Skip told me Pro Football Focus. They got a lot of intelligent guys. They got some guys in there like you and I watch film that know the
Right.
game of football. Dak Prescott has the number 1 QBR.
Okay.
Dak Prescott.
The whole offense is ranked number 1 by Pro Football Focus. Number 1 in the league.
You got the number 1 offense, the number 1 quarterback,
Yep.
the number 11 running back, and you lost 3 games. How? See, what?
There's another side of the
Whoa, no. And, Steve, you and I, we can attest to this. We scored we scored a few points. I don't say we scored. Okay, we averaged 30.
But it was more about the running back than the tight end.
See, there you go.
Right?
See, there you go.
Am I
you
right
try,
about
you
that?
try, no.
No, because you're not, because it's about a complete team. That to me is like what you have to understand is what certain guys do, like what a Shannon would do for the running game, what a Terrell would do for the passing game, right? How guys affect a game plan even when they don't get to touch the ball. Like the great ones affect what you do. Like, so I was calling San Francisco, Carolina, and last week you watched Christian McCaffrey affect a defense without touching the football. It's amazing. So he runs a little flat pattern. And your buzz defender, who's supposed to get, depth, right? He's trying to take away the curls before he comes out to the flat. just whoom,
bypass
it, and the curls
right here.
Right. I mean, the curl is wide open 100% of the time, and like certain guys have an effect that you don't even
No, but
see.
unfortunately, Christian's team got annihilated.
Well, not in that particular case. I'm talking going up to that. Yeah, San Francisco is outstanding, but there are certain guys who just affect the game, even if they don't touch the football. They affect the game.
I just want to know why your team 4-3.
My team lost 3 close games.
No, they
because
didn't.
in 2 of those games, my defense failed to show up for the kickoff. It showed up a little.
What about
later
your
in the game.
offense?
It showed up. It was doing just fine.
You win 3 games. You had 9 points at the half. Is that offense showing up?
My team fell behind 31-3 and almost came all the way back to tie the game because of the quarterback who threw for 463 in that game. That's pretty great, right? But he can't throw, says this guy.
But I just
called him earlier in the show marginal to bad quarterback. And he's ranked #1 in QBR. I don't know.
But you lost 3 games. But Skip, you keep telling me the defense didn't show up. Why did y'all only have 3 points? Where was the offense doing that time?
Well, do you get to play 4 quarters or not?
Yes.
Okay. So,
but they got to be meaningful.
Okay, the turning point of the game was a pass that hit Amari Cooper right there that he still rused the day that he dropped the ball. He still talks about
Skip, that was the first drive of the first quarter.
Right there, and he muffs it into an interception that gets returned 50 yards.
Skip, that didn't
you want
end
to
the
talk
game?
about tilting the playing field the
Skip, that
other
did
way?
not end the game.
Yeah. No, it did not, but it gave Green Bay a big head start because they cashed. And then my defense, this guy named Aaron Jones, he looked like Walter Payton all day long against my defense. So I'm not sold completely on my defense the way, again, Pro Football Focus ranks them 12th.
And your quarterback started the game looking like Quincy Carter, so you're even.
Really?
Yeah.
No one's ever compared Dak Prescott to Quincy Carter.
When you're down 31-3, who he looking like?
How you have to have some time to throw for 463. He threw for 329 in the second half.
Steve, you've seen situations where you fought. Now I don't know. We ain't ever fell behind 31-3.
No.
I like to think we had a pretty good offense, so we didn't fall behind.
That was a bad sign.
Yeah, it was a bad sign.
Well, how about a bad sign? 21-3 at Jets.
At the Jets.
Huh.
At the
You
Jets.
don't have either of your star tackles, the left or the right, and Amari Cooper caught 1 ball for 3 yards and said, my thigh hurts, I can't play.
But you know what? Good. You know what? With Russ, we don't make these excuses for Russell Wilson. We don't make these excuses for Tom Brady. We don't make these excuses for Drew Brees. Only Dak needs that Job hedge. He has to have everything perfect. I got to have my 2 tackles. I need them all. Look at what Aaron Rodgers doing without Devontae Adams.
How many passes did the Packers drop the other night? I don't remember one, but Michael Gallup at Jets dropped 3 big passes.
Here's one thing that you have to understand: when you have that, when you lose your 2 tackles, then it comes down to more than your quarterback. To me, it comes down to your coaching staff.
Yeah. Stop calling plays to put him in harm's way.
How do you react? Because, in San Francisco right now, Kyle Shanahan has down to their 4th and their 5th offensive tackles. They lost their 3rd offensive tackle in training camp. At 4th and 5th, and
they 7-0?
And the best fullback, not only in the game, one coach told me last week from an opposing team, the best fullback they have ever seen.
Wow.
In Kyle Juszczyk. Yeah. And they've been down those 3 guys. They've been down those 3 positions for 4 straight weeks.
Okay.
And they're 4-0 because of the way they call plays and the way they protect those guys.
And they don't got the #1 team. They don't got the #1 team, said Pro Football Focus.
Really?
They ain't got the #1 quarterback in QBR, but they just let me know.
What did you see against the Philadelphia Eagles a week ago Sunday night? Help me out. What did you see?
I know what I saw against Green Bay and New Orleans and
What
the
did you
Jets.
see when it really mattered? When the whole season was teetering? What did you see?
Skip,
you saw a tour de force of my team. You saw a potential Super
I know what
Bowl
I saw.
team.
I saw the week before a guy that says he saw ghosts and it wasn't even Halloween. It wasn't Pet Cemetery. It wasn't Pennywise. It wasn't Hellraiser. He saw things that didn't exist. He won Offensive Player of the Week against your team.
He did, against my defense.
Your team.
But my quarterback doesn't play safe.
Hold on. What's your quarterback do? Your
He's
quarterback
really
hold on,
good.
Skip.
He brought them back from 21-3 down and throws a 2-point conversion pass to Jason Witten, and he gets mugged in the end zone.
Why you
and they
down?
don't throw the flag.
I just need to know why you keep falling behind.
Defense didn't show up.
So what? Okay, what about
They
that
made
3?
Sam
What about
Darnold look like Joe Namath.
Okay,
well, they did.
What about that? What about that 3 points? For 3 straight weeks, you had 9 points at the half. Now Can the defense play offense? I just need to know
Michael
that.
Gallup dropped 3 passes.
He didn't drop any in New
Yes,
Orleans.
he did. At the Jets.
Okay, well, how many drop against Green
Who
Bay?
is tied for second in drop passes this year? My receiver.
Okay, what about Green Bay?
Wow, that
Green
means
Bay.
my quarterback's even better than he's showing up.
No,
in the
Green
stats.
Bay. What about Green Bay?
Yeah.
You down 31-3.
What about it? He almost came back. A botched field goal cost them an onside kick to tie the score.
You ought to
Wow,
be ashamed.
that's impressive.
You ought to be
From
ashamed
30
of yourself.
No, you should be ashamed because you're in trouble.
I mean, 7-0, 14-0, 17, 24, 31. Skip, he threw
You're
no
the guy who
touchdown.
picked the Eagles, and I'm looking at all these categories, and they're in the middle of the pack in every category.
And they got the same number of wins.
They survived
So you ought to be
in Buffalo. Way
They
to go.
survived.
Congratulations. Fly, Eagles, fly.
They made a statement.
Yeah.
That was a
Cry,
statement.
Eagles, cry.
You gonna see. You gonna see. I want that game to come down. I want that game to come down to all the marbles.
You know,
I want everything shoved in on Kentucky
You
Pete.
do.
You were in so much trouble.
For what?
I was right about this team all along. Here they come.
We're gonna Eagles gonna beat New England. Y'all will get creamed by New England.
Really? How many cases do you want on Eagles beat New England? I'll take that right now. Want to do 2 cases?
Nope, because I got to make sure my homeboy.
I'll do
walk it
4
to him.
cases. Huh?
Oh, that's
And walk
what
it to
you're
him
waiting
there?
for?
Walk him to him. They got this one.
Walk it to him?
Yeah.
What, you think he's going to get
Yeah, what
hurt
do you
or
mean?
what?
Hey,
Limp
hold
it?
up,
He's going to
hold
turn
up.
back into limp it to him wins?
Jason Peters is out.
Yeah.
Tim Jernigan's out.
So?
D. Jack is out. Walking to him ain't making no excuses. We just
Jack
keep
will be
winning.
back by then. Sure.
I mean, he just played. He just been playing the last 7 weeks without him.
You don't have much confidence in your team.
I don't got much confidence in your guy without Amari.
All I know is my quarterback is way better than your quarterback.
Don't do that, Skip.
Yep.
Don't do
Sorry.
that. No. Nobody says that with you.
No.
It's had some extra
No,
time.
everybody. QBR is screaming that.
No.
Pro Football Focus is screaming that.
Steven and Jared Jones is not screaming that.
Yeah.
Steven and Jared's not screaming it.
Well, why would you give $40 million a year to a marginal quarterback? That's what you call
Because
it.
that's the going rate. Great quarterbacks
Oh,
make
really?
$50 million.
Okay.
Like my homeboy about to get.
50. That's
Yep.
a whole different discussion for a whole different. Let's get him back on the field first. Shay.
Oh, he'll be back.
Okay.